Hello my beautiful friends, long time no see. I'm very sorry for lack of videos for the last little while, but I have been quite busy, kind of traveling around all the kinds of weird and wacky places, including the place I am at right now. I am reporting to you for the very first time from beautiful Vietnam, and let me tell you a little story why I'm here, what's been happening in Sunny Beach, the world's #1 resort, and what's been happening in my life, and just maybe give you guys a little tiny video of this beautiful country that I have visited before quite a number of times and love coming here in the winter time. But right now it's a bit of a rainy season, so you can see the a bit gloomy weather, but it's really hot still and just really humid. So let's catch up with Sunny Beach. As you can imagine, the last month or so has been, obviously tail end of season, even though it's been, I would say, since, as long as I can remember, and I've been living there for pretty much 10 years, the longest season ever that I can remember. It's been really warm, really beautiful, really busy, literally up until just a few weeks ago, and everybody has left, and it's kind of dead and boring, and I call it this sort of, it's kind of Eastern European-y right now, where just things get a bit gloomy, it's a little bit rainy, and people just kind of, the Bulgarian cigarettes are kind of like this now instead of nice upright in everybody's faces, and yeah, there's just isn't much to do. I know some of you guys have been asking what's open restaurant wise and stuff like that. Like I said, I haven't been there in a couple of weeks, I guess, kind of thing, but you can still go out and eat, you can still go out and shop. As you know, for the 10th time, go to Janet. It's open in the winter time. The big Janet is awesome. New Nasebar, old Nasebar, there's still plenty of places to go and eat and hang out and party and all that kind of stuff. Maybe not party, but definitely if you want to spend some time in the winter to hang out in Sunny, you can definitely do that. The weather is around 10 degrees or so, so it's not terribly bad, but it just sometimes the gloominess gets you a little bit, considering that it gets it gets dark. It gets around 5 o'clock now, so you gotta have a hobby or something fun to do, or a fun place to go, because it just gets it's not as exciting obviously as it is in the summertime. So I'm here, I'm actually in Halong Bay right now. I spent the last week in Hanoi. I will try to take a little bit of a video of Hanoi. It's just so crazy. You can't describe it. I need to take a video. I actually just want to take a video with no commentary, because you guys will absolutely not believe how completely nuts it is there. The traffic, the smog, the busyness, the clubs, the restaurants, just walking around all the streets. It's just no place, no place like it probably in the world. And this is supposed to be a little bit of the off season right now, but no, just not really. So I've been kind of hiking around Airbnbs and hotels, that kind of stuff, but mostly staying in sort of the French Quarter, the old town in Hanoi, and it just has been absolutely incredible. A few days ago, arrived here on this like really fancy, they call it a limo bus to the coast, and of course Halong Bay, UNESCO World Heritage Site, not unlike Nasebar. And I'm here with my sister actually, and tomorrow we're gonna go on a boat ride, so the video part of my of my aura of this whole thing is going to be a lot better tomorrow than it is today. We have rented scooters. We've done a lot of just sort of walking around and just exploring this. Halong Bay, a lot of people just come in and out, and of course explore the watery parts, the bay on boats, and you sleep on a boat kind of stuff. You go kayaking, swimming, that kind of stuff. A lot of people just never come here to the actual town, and it's kind of split into multiple sort of quarters, locations, and wow, is it ever awesome. So I'm in the kind of a little bit of a dingier, I never want to say dingy don't ever think I ever say dingy as a negative thing, but this is kind of the old part of the city. But then when you go to the other side, many people don't know this, but it almost looks like Dubai and Vegas. There's so much new development, so many crazy apartments, and just so modern and so just absolutely wild. How beautiful some of the stuff is. Really, really cool. So I'm just gonna take you guys on a little trip here of just one of the random streets. Actually, I'll show you my scooter. It has seen better days. All right, check it out. It's not nearly as busy as Hanoi is, and I can actually just walk and chat, because most other streets, it just seems like in Vietnam, even in some of the smaller towns, are so crazy busy with scooters and just people wandering around in cars, and everybody's just like beeping. This crazy, very extremely organized madness. Just organized madness. That's all this place is. So first and foremost, I want to talk to you guys about air quality. So my buddy and I were just looking at the index of the air between Hanoi and Sunny Beach. So it was something like 14 in Sunny Beach, the number, the air quality index number, and here's 190. So, you know, people wear their masks and they have their heads wrapped up, and of course helmets, because it's really bad. And after a while, just when you're walking around and when you're in your scooter, you know, you can barely catch your breath, and your mask just becomes like almost crusty black just after a short while. It's pretty bad. It's pretty hard place to live, especially in the center. Okay, so let me just show you some of these homes here. It's nice and quiet here, so I can actually chat. So yeah, I'm here for a few more days, and I'll continue on. I'll show you a few other little side streets here. It's pretty cool. I mean, I love it here. It's one of my favorite places on earth. I'm just so happy to be here. It's just so awesome. So as you can imagine, the vast majority of people here commute and do work stuff and just kind of get around on scooter. And I gotta tell you, you have not lived until you go through one of the twirly things on a scooter, especially at night, with 100 other scooters and say another 20 cars just doing this dance of absolute traffic madness. You just kind of go and you get swallowed up by, you know, dozens and dozens, if not 100 different motorized vehicles into this beautiful dance. It is absolutely incredible. Just absolutely incredible. So yeah, we have the scooters for the last couple of days, and if you have the confidence, and you should have the confidence to do this, it is one of the most rewarding and fascinating and a little bit scary things you could possibly do. And oh, it's just absolutely incredible. Okay, so I'm going to just walk through one of these little markets here. Yeah, just scooters everywhere, as you can see. This is just like a clothing market here, and there's veggies ahead of me, and it's really nice and fresh right now, because normally a lot of these places kind of get a little bit funky after a while, but we've had some rain in the last couple of days, so it just feels really nice. It's actually quite hot. I'm wearing my jacket that I bought in Burgos, and I knew that it's gonna rain a little bit, so I brought it with me today. And again, it's like 30 degrees, 29 degrees right now, but it's really just, it's muggy and just kind of wet. Look at this. And as you can imagine, everything that you eat, everything hello, everything you buy whether it's a chunk of meat or veggie, and especially if you visit the restaurants, and probably visiting 4 or 5 restaurants every single day for different different little dishes, and just absolutely had everything. If you guys ever look at my blog, I posted tons and tons of photos of all the different dishes we've had. Everything from pigeon to tofu, just pizza even. Just had some pizza today just for no reason at all, and Vietnamese coffees, and just these beef things, and of course pho. I've been having the Vietnamese soup maybe twice a day now. I asked them to make it with lots of cilantro and lots of beef. I try to skip some of the noodles because they can just fill it with all these vegetables, and more meat and stuff like that. So it's pretty awesome. The food here is essentially my favorite in the world, and it's obviously, as you can imagine, traveling around here between getting hotels and food and just kind of your day-to-day things is incredibly inexpensive. Like Bulgaria, inexpensive. You can get a really nice Airbnb or a hotel, whatever you're into. Really funky ones, really modern ones for under 50 euros, super easily. My scooter rental was only about $6 US per day, and fuel costs, of course, on scooters or for scooters are pretty cheap. Well, it's getting dark here. I better go back. Okay, so yeah, traveling around here is cheap. Even if you don't want to take a scooter, transportation like buses and taxis and stuff like that, just super nothing. Okay, I'll continue in 2 seconds. How about a 2-second meat market video with maybe no commentary for a moment, so you can see what's happening here. It's just incredible. So yeah, this is obviously the seafood market on my right side, and meat on my left. There's some deep fried stuff, and yeah, I'm assuming this market is, well, for everyone, but I think a lot of people from restaurants and stuff like that come here and buy stuff in bulk. And the restaurants, I cannot say this enough times, are so tasty. Everything is just, it's, you know, it's the most difficult when you're making food. It's like that sauce and those like multiple layers of flavors that sit in your mouth. And these guys, like, just everybody here just has that dialed like that. Whenever you're eating every single bite, whatever dish you order, whether it's even just a salad, just has this incredible flavor of just, you don't even know what the hell it is. And I mean, these guys know how to make food. Holy crap. Hello, ladies. And of course the vegetables too. You gotta have your vegetables. Oh, what a place. Okay, I'll carry on in a few moments. Actually in front of me is this really beautiful new bridge that they had built that goes from the mainland to this kind of like this second part of Halong Bay, and it's super modern, super, like, just super awesome, and it's lit up at night. and I took the scooter over the bridge just last night, or maybe 9 p.m. or something, so it's like pitch black everywhere. And then there's this massive bridge that's, I mean, it's like one of those life moments, you know, like you're living in kind of like a dream almost, and you're scootering this beautiful weather. It was really hot yesterday, late at night, over this lit up bridge over Halong Bay. It's, I gotta tell you, it's really something. Hello! Check this out. That's definitely tripe. Definitely tripe. There's some chickens. I've seen better days. And then we look at this meat. You know, the beef that they put in the pho, in the soup, is so good. And look at this. How crazy and fun this is. More veggies and fruits. These cool buildings. Okay, so it cooled down a little bit. So now, how about a moment of B-roll serenity? Where I'm standing, well, this whole region really is regarded as one of the most beautiful places on planet Earth. It always is up there, you know, in the top 3, 4, 5 places on Earth. Okay, so check it out. This is one of the beaches here in Halong Bay, and there's plenty of them. This is just one of them. And there's some cool plants. And there you go. It's not very busy right now because it is off season. And as you guys can imagine, a few months ago in the summertime, when I spoke to some of the guys that work here at restaurants and hotels and stuff like that, it's like Sunny Beach, crazy busy. There's so many hotels and so many places like Airbnbs and restaurants just packed. Apparently this place is just absolutely packed, full of tourists from all over the world, exploring the town here, and of course doing all the cruises and checking out the caves and just taking photos and stupid videos like I am. I'm happy to be here, sort of just slightly in the off season, because you can really take a bit of a breather, and it is a little bit cooler, even though it's still hot. But yeah, have a look again. I mean, I'm just, you know, wow, it's so cool, so beautiful. Okay, I want to tell you guys a little bit more about Halong Bay, and of course its #1 attraction. It's just a little bit under 2,000 of these incredibly beautiful islands. Okay, so the vast majority of people who come to visit here from all over the world, I mean, my boat has people from just everywhere, US, UK, guys from Alberta, there's a guy from Yukon, India, just kind of everywhere. And they're a bunch of rascals, because last time we partied up here till the wee hours of the night. It was awesome. But let me just explain everything else. So what happens is that you rent a boat through a booking agent, through some apps, whatever, however way you want to do it. And they have different sort of stars, you know, 3-star, 5-star, blah blah blah, that nonsense. And I think what I found is that, you know, the larger boats, the 5, they have a 6-star boat. The experience is pretty much similar, just maybe more people, maybe a tiny little bit cleaner, maybe a little bit fancier. But I do think the food and the experience of it all is relatively kind of the same, outside of, you know, if you do choose a smaller boat like we did, it's a little bit more intimate, a little bit just kind of easier to get around. And I actually would suggest just a smaller, kind of older, a little bit of a grungier boat. The food here, just the last few days, I mean, I've been eating absolutely everything. It's just been absolutely just fucking phenomenal. They do this kind of a system where, you know, at this time you do this time you do this, kind of hang out, have some drinks. anything you want, they'll do it for you, from like fruits to peeling shrimp and tofu and just vast array of dishes. Kind of a buffet kind of thing, and it's 5-star. And even a room, you know, like the sleeping area, you shower, all the kind of stuff that you have, and they're incredibly comfortable, just awesome. But again, if you do decide to open up your wallet just a little bit more, you do get things like hot tubs and private balconies and that kind of stuff. I really don't think it's worth it, but who am I to judge how you spend your money? So there are day cruises and stuff, but definitely do like a multi-day, at least two night cruise. So this way you can hang out and meet with people and, you know, enjoy the accommodations and have some beers and stuff like that. 2 nights is probably plenty. So every day they give you these little activities, little fun things to do. Yesterday we visited this absolutely crazy cave. So just kind of behind me there, the boat docks a little ways out away from the cave in that island, and you take a tender towards this, like, it's really, everything's really nicely done for you, and you get to go right inside, just kind of behind me here. I'll just show you guys my view because it's just completely insane. So here you go. Yeah, so the cave is just, you kind of go through there. I mean, look at this. And, you know, I'm wearing my jacket. It's a little bit kind of misty, but it's warm still. So the reason why my boat right now is completely empty is because the cave in this excursion, there's like a new group of people, and I've already done what they're doing. And at the end, oh, too bad, yeah, you can kind of see it. At the end of the cave, which is that way, you end up on that beach, and it's just this incredibly beautiful beach with like beach bars and stuff, and people playing like volleyball and stuff, and it's really something, you know. I gotta tell you, wow, we were there till dusk yesterday, just hanging out, and again, I mean, it's really something to experience. However, it's not as crazy as the cave. So you climb these stairs up, and you know, I'm getting a little wheezy in my old age, and you're just kind of walking in these narrow paths, and then your whole field of view, just your whole everything, you're in this crazy cavern, you know, and you go from cavern to cavern inside this thing, and it's all lit up, and it's, I mean, the guys here, the tour people, they do it just a absolutely phenomenal job keeping everything just keeping everything really beautiful and spotless. And they have this kind of what I call a tight ship, no pun intended, how you get to just really explore everything, take photos and videos, and they're so nice and kind to explain everything to you. So you end up going through this cave. Again, you end up kind of on top of one of these islands, and then you go down the stairs, and of course there's like a little shop and stuff like that. It's really cool, really cool. This morning, my sister and some other folks here, there's some people from Vancouver that we met, they went kayaking. So the day 2 of the excursion, there's other like little things that you get to do. You go inside caves, you can go swimming and stuff. I didn't want to do that because I just didn't want to do that, and it's kind of boring for me doing stuff like that, and I'd much rather just sit around here and banter. I have my book and just been sitting here and sort of hanging out. So yeah, there's probably, I don't know, just seems like hundreds of these different tour boats and stuff. So again, if you are gonna maybe plan a little bit ahead, check out some videos and make sure that you know the kind of the name and again how much money you want to spend and how many stars you wish to have. But from the bottom of my heart, choose the cheaper stuff, because like we did again on this sort of smaller excursion, smaller boat, a little bit of it's like this old sloop. Maybe I can show you a little bit. It's just, I think, just a little bit more fun on the smaller. You get a bit of a better experience on the smaller kind of sort of a wooden setup. Oh yeah, I'm gonna steer the boat. That you're able to actually, I asked the guy yesterday if I can jump into the wheelhouse and wheel around a little bit, so that's kind of fun. Okay, so I'm bantering. One more night here. I'm really looking forward to some more really epic food, and then we head back to Hanoi in the next few days. Sorry, I'm just kind of bantering now, but yeah, if you get a chance to visit a place like this, it's about as magical as things can get. I mean, it's just like it's really fun here.
So it's a few days afterwards. I'm downtown Hanoi right now. It's raining actually for the first time in quite some time. I was gonna take you guys on a little trip and show you the absolute craziness of this place, but I think a lot of people are just kind of hiding under the little umbrella-y things. There are places here that are just like a street block with about a dozen bars and restaurants on each side. It takes like 40 minutes just to walk through one tiny little stretch. It's that busy. I mean, you're just like stuck like this, especially in the evenings, especially in the middle of the night. I've never seen anything like it in my life. I haven't gone to bed, yeah, like I said, before 4 o'clock probably in the last couple of weeks, but I'm so tired. So today is my last day. Normally I order beef pho, but today I found a really cool place that just specializes in chickens. Of course, somebody has to be grinding something behind me. Oh, and the fun thing is, as a side, they give you chicken feet, but boneless. So I actually like them with the bone inside, but they give you boneless chickens and then a little salt thing to dip. This is gonna be awesome. So I'm actually flying to Qatar right now, so that's gonna be obviously a whole other craziness. I have a big layover there, but I don't think they're gonna let me off the airport, from the airport, so I can roam around for a few hours. I'll try for sure, but I'll be honest with you, I'm kind of happy to go back to Sunny Beach, shave, have like a 45-minute shower, and just sit and do nothing for a few weeks, because it's been absolutely insane here last few days. Just never experienced anything like this. This place is 24/7 craziness, just unlike any place ever.
So you'd think the beef or the pork pho would be the most greasiest and have the best tasting broth, but man, when you make it with the full chicken, you know, all the skin and all the really good fatty stuff, oh, the broth just tastes so good. It's just like, oh, it's so greasy on my face. Okay, so this is my literally last few moments here downtown, sort of Hanoi. I'm in I don't know, the old quarter, just kind of roaming around. So I want to tell you guys a few things. So yeah, it's really inexpensive here, but every 2 seconds you're gonna get somebody asking you for a taxi or a pedicab, or hookers. They're gonna like show their smartphone with a bunch of like really weird looking chicks, and they try to arrange some shit like that. Don't do that, just don't. But everything else, you can buy trinkets and clothes and stuff like that. It's really cheap. Of course, the food is really cheap. The coolest thing would be something that we did in Halong Bay, is just to get yourself a scooter. Super cheap, cheap gas, cheap everything. Sometimes you just have to leave your license or just some form of ID, but they generally don't care. You get a free helmet and just cruise around. Told you already, it's awesome. Especially in a place like this. So I'm actually near, this is one of the main connecting highways. I'm gonna have to get my ass to the airport. My plane leaves in a few hours. I think for like not for like 4 or 5 hours, but if you're traveling around here, come to the airport early, just in case, security, all this stuff. It's so busy. I mean, everyone is traveling. Last few years has just been so crazy. Hotels, just restaurants, everything is so crazy busy. But of course, especially the airports are just absolutely insane. So prepare accordingly. You're much better off just waiting around for an extra hour or two than missing your flight, of course. Duh. Okay, I'll continue on a little bit. Just so tired. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm so tired. I am actually at the airport now, so there's all kinds of different ways to get to the main Hanoi airport. It's a little bit janky here. They super nice, super friendly. Oh my god, and actually clean, but I think they're just kind of doing some renovations still. But super international, super fancy. And don't you just love the color of this? I do. So you can sit here and watch the planes. So of course I sat here, just to give you an idea, like an iced coffee from like this Western style Starbucks knockoff is something like €3 or €2.50 or something like that. And I mean, that's at the airport, and it's really delicious and it's really fancy, and of course Google Pay, all that kind of stuff, so no problem. So taking a taxi, you're gonna pay about $10 and the trip's about 25 minutes or so. But the best way to go really is, they're just the best way and most convenient way is just to take a bus. The bus cost me like €150 or something like that. It's so nice, super modern. They have lots of electric stuff now, and it's just super direct right to the airport, and just everybody's so helpful. They're like, oh, this is the departures thing, signs everywhere, all this kind of stuff. Everything's been just so nice and so fluidy. I want to tell you guys about scams. So it's nowhere near as scummy as Bulgaria. Like not even close. Like none of that, Bulgaria change kind of stuff, or adding stuff to your bill, or just trying to sort of connive some money out of you. Probably been to 20 restaurants, just hotels, Airbnbs, just like cruising around everywhere, taxis, all that kind of stuff. Outside of the pedicab guys who kind of like, they'll look in your wallet and you'll say like, oh, it's gonna be like 50,000 dong, but he'll like try to take out the 500,000 one. And that happened a couple times. Definitely take a pedicab or try to go on the back of a scooter with one of these crazy people. Of course, wearing a helmet, you're just like kind of flying around, but always ask for the price beforehand. So, and also just at the end when you're done, just when you're doing the money transaction at the end, make sure you give them exactly that 20 or 30,000 or 300,000 or 500,000. They'll just kind of like reach into your wallet, and that happened a couple times now, 3 times. It's more sad actually, kind of funny, I guess. But other than that, nothing. You go to a restaurant, you look at a menu, there's no, contrary to popular belief, there's, the white man's menu, the traveler's menu or whatever. I've not seen that anywhere. There are, of course, more expensive restaurants that I visited, but still the prices are perfectly laid out for you. A lot of menus are in English, so you just pick and choose whatever you want. It's just absolutely zero issues. Everybody is friendly to a fault. You must understand that very few people speak English here, so just use your kind of Google Translate, and you can do like real-time translations now and all this kind of stuff. But it's pretty fun and pretty easy. Sometimes you'll get frustrated, but it's really not that big a deal. So I'm at the airport, and just remember things like boarding passes and stuff like that. There's absolutely, you don't need to print anything. Of course, I don't need to tell you that. But the biggest difference, because I try to always think about Bulgaria and different places that I get to travel, just the people, how different they are. And of course, Bulgarian people are nice and friendly and all this kind of stuff, but just problem solving. Okay, so here, it's so different. Like, people got out of their way, and it's not for money. It never is for money. Nobody has ever asked me for cash or for money, something extra for helping you out, whether it's just like directions or translate something, or just anything. They will go out of your way. They take so much pride in helping you, and just that problem solving thing. No matter what, like no matter the what you're doing, what you're asking, and of course the language barrier, they will go out of your way to make sure whatever issue that you're having, whatever problem you're having, it will be resolved at the end of you meeting that person. And it's so different than Bulgaria, because it's like, no, and then, you know, they'll just go somewhere. So it's kind of cool. A huge contrast, a huge contrast between the cultures. It's pretty cool. And especially here at the airport, you know, any single person that you meet, whether it's just a regular traveler or some of the people, there's always like people kind of standing around, and you can always ask questions. The ladies at the restaurant, at the coffee shop, and they'll always ask you, you know, where you come from, who you are, why you here, all this kind of stuff. So nice. You know, you sit on the bus, and it's not possible to sit on a bus without, you know, striking up a conversation with somebody from some crazy corner of the world. Or just as you're walking around, somebody just will always just ask you, say hello, and just brief 2-second conversation. So warm and so friendly, and just nice, like genuinely nice. So hello again. The craziness absolutely never stops. I don't even have time to take off my coat. So I'm making this video kind of as I go along, because there's not really too much happening in Sunny Beach right now, as you guys can possibly imagine. So I'm gonna do a bunch of little just little snippets of madness. So let me tell you, because the previous video was still in Vietnam, and very smoggy, very difficult to manage and breathe and just get around Hanoi. Obviously, absolutely spectacular. It was so busy. I mean, I already mentioned all this stuff. It was absolutely just you know, it's just you can't talk about it, you can't videotape it. You have to go and you have to visit. It's incredible. So let's go back a little bit, and let me tell you guys, the way back, the way I planned everything was just not very great. It was incredibly busy. Of course, everyone's traveling. Airports, restaurants, buses, taxis, everything is just packed at all times, no matter what. There's always delays. There's always somebody you're waiting for, some shit that... It's exciting. Of course it's exciting. I mean, what the fuck? It's incredibly exciting to be doing this right now, but sometimes it gets really tedious. So my trip back was absolutely just really... I had a really hard time. Because again, taxis and layover, waiting in Qatar in the middle of the night, during, of course, the football stupid stuff, was just such a nightmare. Because first, you know, you're on the plane for 9-10 hours. Then I had just literally overnight at the airport. Couldn't get out of the airport. Of course, hotels, everything costs $1 million, but even like paperwork that I have just would not allow me to go outside. Plus it was nighttime, so just no possibility. So I had to kind of stand around at the airport after not sleeping at all on the plane, and wow, was that ever shitty for me. Holy crap. So they have these sleeping rooms and stuff like that, but it's just not possible to sleep. So 9 hours at the Qatar airport, which is really spectacular, but everything was closed, and you know, it is like the best airport in the world right now, but just could not utilize it at all, because just it was like empty, just nothingness, massive emptiness. And then, of course, catching my flight back, that was late. And, of course, another, like, 8 hours. And then something shit happens. They decide to pick up some people and drop off some people in Romania. So that's another fucking deviation. Zero sleep. This is day 2.5 of me. And I'm an old guy. Just absolutely zero sleep and just having a really hard time. So we end up going to Bucharest, spending another 1.5 hours in Bucharest on the plane, because you couldn't get out. So people just kind of milling around, and still no sleep. I'm literally seeing everything in 3D, like hallucinating at that point. Okay, just brutal. And also, I'm leaving Bulgaria, as you guys know. Mid-November was like 20 degrees, okay, like literally 20 something degrees. So and Hanoi was like 40. So do I have the right clothes for when I arrive in you know, in Eastern Europe? So freezing cold, even on the plane, no problem. Okay, I'm just I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die. So then there's another flight, of course, back to Sofia. I land in Sofia and it's minus 3 degrees. And I have just a light t-shirt. I ended up grabbing one of the blankets from the plane. I mean, I had absolutely no choice. Completely unprepared for anything, and just literally seeing double. Like, just having the most frustrating time. Just absolutely most frustrating time ever. All completely self-inflicted. But check this out. 10 years in Bulgaria. Of course, all these scams and all that kind of stuff. I always talk about them. But this time, I had to I just had to do it. It was kind of a 50-50 chance that this is going to happen to me, because I'm just sitting here, you know, this weary traveler. So I'm at the Sofia airport, land in the new terminal, thinking I'm going to make it to Sunny Beach somehow today. I'm going to make it to Sunny Beach, but I just thought to myself, it's just not possible. I have to go to Sofia, grab a hotel, and just get some freaking rest, or else I couldn't stand. Guy runs up to me, taxi, taxi, taxi. I'm like, okay, this is gonna be either the worst experience ever or the most interesting experience ever, or no problem. Super nice, no problem. We both run outside. I have my huge pack, of course. He like calls somebody, and a dude comes by in a taxi, like a taxi van. Okay, I jump in, no problem. Nice enough guy. For now, you know, he's got the Bulgarian pajama suit, whatever they wear. You know, just everything smells like cigarettes and stuff. And I said, hey, but best contact, credit card, on the meter. He said, yes, of course, no problem. I tell him where I'm going. My hotel is actually on the outskirts of Sofia, closer to the airport, so it should have been about 15 leva or something like that. So now listen to this. It fucking happened. It happened exactly like textbook rip-off scam that you'd see. You know, this is the nucleus, or whatever you want to call it. We're driving, everything is leisurely. I'm kind of looking at the corner of my head like, does this guy have a meter or anything like that? No. I don't know, I don't care. I already told him what's happening. I said, meter, carta, bez contact. We arrive at my hotel. I mean, it was only just about, you know, just a few minutes, because again, it was just far closer than city center. Motherfucker. So he points to, like, I said, oh, what's the meter? What's the meter charge? But his meter wasn't actual meter. He just had like this piece of plywood attached to the top of his car. It was comical. It was the weirdest thing. He's like pointing to it. Yeah. So here. So he's like, 16 leva. I'm like, 16 leva. Okay, so that's fair, because that's how much it should be. But he says, no, not 16 leva, 60 euro, because here it's, you know, euro and leva. Like 60 euro, you fucker. So, and then I say, oh, how much is that in leva? Oh, well, it's about 65 leva, 60 euros. But he had the best contact, the contactless machine. He hands me, because they have the little tiny ones that attach to the phones now, some of them. And he said, and I see 60 euros. I'm like, you fucking bastard. So, awesome story I have. And first time, I mean, just, you know, other rip-offs like this happened to me before, but extra $5, extra $10. And I said, go fuck yourself. I'm not doing that. I'm going to call the cops if you do this. I threw like, what did I give him? 20 leva or something. I just literally walked out of the car. I crumpled it, threw it on the ground, and told him to fuck off. He started, you know, grumbling. But that's the end of that stupid story. So now I ended up sleeping for a few hours, heading to Sunny Beach by train. Still, even after rest, just feeling like shit. The train was fine, actually goes by pretty quickly, but the timing is shit, because then when you get to Burgos, you have to take a taxi again. So you gotta negotiate with another taxi driver, with another fucking idiot. You know, again, no receipt, no thing, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I paid the guy 60 leva to take me from Burgos to Sunny Beach in the middle of the night. I thought that was more than fair. I mean, whatever, negotiate a bit, but of course, cash only, all this stuff doesn't matter. So Christmas is Sunny Beach. Okay, so I just want to tell you guys, it's a little bit gloomy. It's the first time when I, went outside, sort of walking around, and it's just was not very festive at all this year. For the last 10 years or so, you'd always go out in the evening, late evening, even in the middle of the night, you'd always hear some music, people dancing, some others, just kind of fun stuff happening. But not this year. It was really, really gloomy. I'm not sure why. I mean, I think I know why. I mean, money, the war, the fucking, all that shit, as you know. So it was kind of a sad Christmas in Sunny Beach. There was just not much going on. But during the day, it's still kind of fun because there's a lot more sort of people milling about, and restaurants are open, and it was warm still. And just a few days ago, I went out on the beach. There's people swimming. Get this, people swimming. It was gorgeous, not a cloud in the sky. I should have really filmed that. I took some photos. Absolutely gorgeous. It looked like a summer day, if it wasn't for just a little bit cooler temperatures. Absolutely gorgeous. So, if you're gonna come and hang out in Sunny Beach right now, because it's a bit colder, but the forecast is just sun, which really matters most. But it is a little bit chillier and stuff like that. And I'm not gonna try to lie to you that the world's #1 resort is really all that exciting right now. It really isn't, unless you want to just kind of hunker down a bit or walk around or you have some other stuff to do. But it's not all that exciting. So what I ended up doing is hanging out in Sunny Beach. I did a few Burgess trips, did some shopping. I just kind of hung out with some friends and just awesome. Got lots and lots of rest after the fucking stint. And you know what I ended up doing? I ended up booking another trip because I wanted to do something a little bit different and actually feel a little bit Christmassy because, Sophia was, not very Christmassy. It doesn't feel Christmassy. Of course, Sunny Beach does not feel Christmassy at all. Some, places will do some decorations and stuff like Janet. Wow, Janet is crazy busy. And wow, does it ever have cool stuff. If you're never say that you can't find stuff to eat and just sort of to buy. Amazing. And Park Mart in Burgess now, I've had a couple deliveries from them right to my door. Amazing. Good website. Check off what you want. Click. You can pay online, no problem, with your card, of course. Pay cash if you're one of those guys. The nicest guy will just come in this little electric car. All your bags, no problem. Terminal in hand. Thank you very much. 10 out of 10. Just absolutely 10 out of 10. You know what's really funny? If you go to the Park Mart website and you're from Sunny Beach, I mean, how many people are ordering right now? I mean, probably not many. If at that point, I was the only one in all of Sunny Beach ordering a bunch of groceries for Christmas. So you order all this stuff and do you want this right away or all this? It's like $5 they charge you to bring it, and you can get like 4 kilograms of tomatoes, this, everything like nicely made for you, and they have really nice high-end stuff too. And it's like 3 hours later, the guy calls you and he's outside in your gate from Burgess. So they put all this shit together, get themselves organized, jump in their little car. It's still a 45 minute. 45-minute drive, free of charge, or $5 right to your door. You gotta love that. I mean, that's incredible, just awesome, and it's just the way it is now. Like they are doing Sunny Beach deliveries now. Parkmart.bg, huge thumbs up to you guys, just so nice. And they called me back and said everything okay. Fantastic. Okay, so yeah, back to what I wanted to do. So after Christmas, I decided to do another trip, just so I can feel a little bit more Christmassy. And the cheapest kind of thing that I could that they had is a awesome Varna trip to Germany, to Baden-Baden. So I'm here right now. I just arrived in this really cool hotel room. I'm here for a few days. I'm going to do Christmassy things. And then tomorrow I'm going to take a train up to France and do a hike along the Maginot Line and do some museums, World War II crap. which I absolutely love, and then go down to maybe find some Christmas markets in France, just do like a day trip, come back here, fly back for New Year's, and then hope to end up in Sofia for, there's a big concert happening. Kind of excited for that, if I don't have a heart attack and if I have enough energy to do all these fun things. But yeah, it's been really exciting. Everything has been really exciting. Yeah, absolutely. Let me show you guys this this hotel room. I just got here. Sorry, I really should have taken my jacket off. Okay, so I have 2 beds here. I have a deer. Okay, they gave me some candies which I've already consumed. I just ate the most amazing pickled fish. There's this shop just across, like, you know, it's like a dangling fish. You go loop for like $2. It's absolutely amazing. Nice bathroom. But the coolest thing is that I have this cool office here, okay, with another bed in case I get tired of all the work that I have to do. But then check this out. There's this. And there's like this other thing here that, I don't know, I can just sit here and ponder life. More deer. But look how gorgeous this place is. So this is like an old historical home, converted completely with everything new and everything fancy. The people here, obviously, I mean, look, you want Christmassy. You got Christmassy. Okay, I'm gonna take a couple of videos outside. I don't have an appointment, but I'm going to the fancy spa here in probably 45 minutes. I'm gonna have one more pickled fish, and then I'm gonna head to the fancy spa. Okay, so I'll show you guys just a tiny bit of a stark contrast between yeah, I just wanted to feel some Christmassiness, so this is the place, the closest place that I could find that is very Christmassy. Are you ready? Merry Christmas. I know it's a little bit after, but you get the idea. So check out this place. So I'll show you where my hotel is, and I have breakfast included, so I have to get up before 10 a.m. tomorrow, which is fine. And look how gorgeous this place is. I mean, they really do it up. Bookstore, and that's actually my hotel. I'm staying there. Is that crazy? Okay, I'll show you one more street. It's quite busy right now. But I want to grab some food, and now it's my spa. Boop, boop, boop. Okay, I think this is what's called B-roll. Okay, I'm sleeping in a pink themed room. I don't know why. Okay, but look at my view. Ah! Now that's Christmas, hey? Yeah, so I switched rooms. This room is a little bit smaller than yesterday's, but it has a, well, the other view was awesome as well, so, but you get the idea. Oh, it's so beautiful here. But wait, you have to listen to this. Happy New Year from the world's #1 resort. I made it back yesterday, super late, taxi from Varna, party taxi with some drunk Ukrainian people. It was so much fun. So it is New Year's Day again. I wish you guys the best of absolutely fucking everything. Really, whatever you want, it will happen. Next year is going to be so much better than this year. I promise you that. So woke up this morning, not hungover, because, you know, glug glug, I'm stopping that. Trying to at least, trying So I wanted to show you guys, it was 18 degrees today. So I never really take videos later in the day. So, you know, this morning was just bright and beautiful and sunny and a lot more people than right now. But I want to show you, so it's around 5, almost 5 o'clock in the evening. Just think about it, it's going to be super dark in about an hour. So I wanted to show you dusk. So now we are Sunny Beach at dusk. I'm standing on the berm here. You know, it's interesting to me that now we have this kind of a channel now, but I wonder how this was created or why. Maybe just more protection or something, I'm not quite sure, but that's definitely a super new thing that I didn't see before. But look how absolutely gorgeous everything is right now. I mean, okay, so I'm gonna fight you for it. Is there a more beautiful place on earth right now than here? There isn't, I promise you. So I'm really sorry about the kind of all over the place video. I know it's just been absolutely crazy, but you know, there isn't really much going on here as you can possibly imagine. So, you know, even like walking around Sunny Beach right now, it's kind of bleak. Just walking around the complexes because there's not much going on. Of course, the fireworks show till around 4 o'clock in the morning yesterday outside of my place just lit up the sky. There was one point where I could see about 6, I think, actual fireworks. I think so. Bulgarian people, all these hooligans, just absolutely love to celebrate. And of course, this morning there's music playing and barbecues and all this kind of stuff. It was really fun, day today. Super awesome. But yeah, so yeah, the video is kind of all over the place, but you kind of get an idea of what's been happening. I'm here for a few more. I'm gonna sit on my ass for a little bit. The noise and all the craziness from all the partying yesterday. The cats are on suicide watch right now, so I need to just kind of hang out at home for a little bit. But you know, I'm just, you know, a little. I'm actually on the bike here because I'm too lazy to walk today. Plus, I need to go to the grocery store. But I actually have my bike here, so I'm, you know, just think about it. It's January 1st. Exactly, and it's late in the evening and I'm just wearing a little sweater. I mean, it's crazy. Another thing I wanted to tell you guys, yesterday when I was leaving Germany and you know, woke up in my hotel room, it was 20 degrees, and you look at the history of the temperatures and all that kind of stuff, and it's like record temperatures everywhere. Plus, you know, if you're just traveling anywhere right now, just please be fully aware that everything is in absolute chaos. Forget that, you know, the nobody wants to work anymore and everybody wants to hang out. That's one thing. Everything is so crazy busy. I told you, no matter where you are, whether you're traveling across Asia, across Europe, the trains, the restaurants, lineups. So really maybe even like for the first time, because I always like to travel sort of willy-nilly, like I don't make any plans or anything. Even my hotels, you must book in advance. I mean, you just really have to. Even if you're flying to Copenhagen to visit your favorite restaurant, you're flying to France to see museums and that kind of stuff, or hotels, restaurants, any sort of attractions, transportation, any of that kind of stuff. If that's in your head and if something that you really want to see and you must see, really do your research and do your booking in advance, because it's nuts. It's absolutely nuts. I mean, just walking through just any street, anywhere. My own hotel the other night, you know, I wanted to go down to the restaurant, and you know, I'm staying in the hotel, so I mean, I want to go. They said, sorry, there's like a 3-4 hour wait just to eat here. It was completely full, so I ended up sitting in the back, you know, just kind of had fries sitting in the back till the restaurant was open till 11 o'clock, and there's still people waiting, and it's just like a regular restaurant, but they're all like that. It was like a Wednesday or Thursday, because I was still in Baden-Baden. It's absolutely crazy. So yeah, my cool bike, it's super awesome. The wall is back. So that's about it. You know, thank you again for watching. I know this is kind of a super long video. If you have any questions about anything, especially Sunny Beach, especially in Bulgaria, Bulgaria questions, living in the winter time questions, you know, it's fine here. I like it here like this. It's, you know, people still mulling about, and all, you know, for the 10th time, everything's still open that you really need necessities. I have sand in my shoes. Happy New Year, guys. Bye.